In the next 2 or so years, it looks like we're going to be getting a whole treasure trove full of PlayStation 5 hardware goodies. If you're waiting for Gen 2 of the PlayStation 5, then we might have some good news for you. When the PS4 was launched way back in November of 2013, it wasn't until September 2016 for a Pro version of the console to grace our shelves. With this year being PlayStation 5's 3rd anniversary in November, are we going to see a Pro model appear before us? Along with the already announced handheld device currently known as Project Q and the PlayStation earbuds, according to insiders, we are going to be seeing either a PS5 Pro or a PS5 SLIM. From an article on Stuff, the SLIM model could see a smaller, cheaper, cooler running PlayStation 5 running on the latest chip fabrication technology, while a beefed up Pro console would be capable of higher resolutions and frame rate, which is something a lot of gamers have been craving for, especially after the whole Star Wars Jedi Survivor debacle. According to Insider Gaming, the PS5 SLIM will actually be the PS5 with a detachable disc drive, and Sony are in fact looking to phase out the original PS5 disc version and going with its newer version along with an updated digital console. Coming from PS Ready, channel is linked down below for you in the description box. The consoles will allegedly look identical to the current model, but the SLIM will come with a detachable disc drive, which will be able to be attached to the console via a brand new extra USB-C port. Hearing this, it does remind me of the detachable HD DVD player that Xbox had when it released a 360, instead of actually putting a Blu-ray player in it. That didn't fare well in the sales, and it was phased out pretty quickly. Before we move on to the PS5 Pro, if you're enjoying this content, it would be amazing if you could consider subscribing by hitting that big old button. It's free for you, and it helps me out a lot, and thank you for watching. As for the PS5 Pro, we could potentially see this before the SLIM is released. As mentioned earlier, we saw Pro models of previous PlayStations 3 years after their release. The upgraded hardware will finally be able to get console players that full-on higher numbered frame rate and faster processors, which even though the PS5 is super quick to boot up games, we might see almost instant boot ups. That's also if the console shared memory is increased from the current 16 GB. At this moment in time, the current PS5 CPU is based on AMD's Zen 2 from 2019. We could see a move to the current Zen 4, which will offer a greater processing and increased power efficiency, but will the fan be upgraded to cope with the heat coming from the increased power? As for when we may see them on the shelves, well, Tom Henderson, owner of Insider Gaming, he put out a tweet saying that a number of test kits with disk drives are in the hands of a select few, and they work flawlessly. So fingers crossed we may see some news in the not so distant future. In other hardware news, it looks like we may be getting a new wireless headset for the PS5 currently named Voyager, which will have the same functionality of the in-zone H7 headset. The headset is scheduled for release near the end of Sony's fiscal year 2023, which is April 2023 to March of 24, which could mean a CES 2024 release. If the new wireless headset is expected to have low latency, they may use the same USB receiver as the in-zone H7 and H9 headsets, which are currently using it. One thing that people are currently asking as well is, will the new Voyager headset have active noise cancellation, as the H7 doesn't? Before we finish, we do have some information, again coming from Tom Henderson via his Insider Gaming article and his YouTube video, which I will link below, to which the supposed battery life for the handheld PlayStation device is 3 to 4 hours. That's actually quite insane, and I think people will have a hard time coming to terms with that. The battery life does appear to range in the normal category, as the Nintendo Switch Lite is between 3 to 7 hours, but if you've used or own a Steam Deck, then you should be feeling optimistic, since the Steam Deck can be run down in as little as 83 minutes. With the alleged battery life being 3 to 4 hours, and with it only being remote play, I think people will only buy it and make it a success if the price is right. Anything over $230, $240 I think will be pushing it, and it will put people off from buying it. However, we do know that Sony does like to put that premium price tag on hardware. Thank you for watching, and if you are new to the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. Enjoy the rest of your day.